Okay, so Patty has a special relationship with this great organization here in Indiana and has been their very visible and vocal spokesperson for the past 14 years.
14 years, yeah. 1987, Meniere's disease hit, and I had to quit doing the news. I always say when fatal flyer sounds like flat tire, it's time to get out. And I get a hearing aid, and I have a cochlear implant, and I love to help people get their hearing checked and take the option, if you want, to get a hearing aid and cochlear implant. Very important for children and families of those that have hearing loss. Lisa Thornton is the CEO of Here Indiana. What's impacted you in the past year that you've taken over this position?
What's impacted me the most has been meeting all the families that have really been impacted by the services at Here Indiana. Okay. Hearing moms talk about the first time they heard their child speak and how how they reacted when the child heard the parent's voice for the first time.
Wow.
And so you hear about making an impact with organizations, but it doesn't get any better than that when someone can't hear and then all of a sudden they can hear.
Okay. And the options and the technologies out there now to take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
But it's actually the families that have to do it, because a child or an infant can't make that decision.
They can't. They can't.
So it has we have some wonderful, look at this.
Wow.
Babies, infants can wear hearing aids and cochlear implants, right?
That is crazy.
Absolutely
That is
fascinating.
Crazy. I want to walk it back a little bit to how this began in the first place, here in Indiana.
Right. So over 50 years ago, when the rubella epidemic hit, the children with hearing loss numbers that were impacted were almost quadrupled.
Wow.
Wow.
And so there was no ADA back then to help with families. And so there were some very persistent parents that were determined that their children would be mainstream.
Okay.
Back then, the only thing they would do, the only options they had were to institutionalize children just because they couldn't hear. So these parents were very adamant. They advocated, fought with the State House, and they just were determined they were not going to give up. They were not taking no for an answer. And as a result, many years later, we're still here. We just celebrated our 50th year anniversary last year.
Yeah.
But those were the parents in the early days, like the Sally Tansels of the world, that helped create the impact, and then Here Indiana, therefore, was formed.
And I love the fact that the stigma isn't there anymore. And we know Tamika Catchings, who used to, when she was a kid, she threw her hearing aids away because people were making fun of her. Everybody's got hearing aids now. Kids have all kinds of things stuck in their ears. So that's wonderful. And financial responsibility.
Yes.
You don't worry about that if you're a family either, and you wouldn't take advantage.
Right, we have all kinds of options as far as being able to help families if they need services and/or technology.
Okay.
Brings us to today. Run for Sound.
Yes, Run for Sound. It's our 19th annual Run for Sound. We are virtual this year, not due to COVID necessarily, but due to technical issues and the logistics. We will be back in person next year, so everybody's excited about that.
Yes.
Patty has her registration packet.
Look at that.
She's the first one to get
nice
hers.
Big T-shirt. You got my size. I like that.
And then, for those who haven't been or supported this event yet, how would you describe Run for Sound as an atmosphere? What do you feel like?
It's a lot of fun. So normally, of course, it's in person, but although it's virtual, it's an opportunity where anyone can participate anywhere in the world. You come together. I mean, think about it. It's the fall. We all need to exercise.
Yes.
Get out there together. Have some fun while also helping with the impact of Here Indiana and those with hearing loss.
Yes.
And also, I would say that for businesses, many times you're looking for an opportunity to have a team building exercise. Well, this is already packaged.
It's a way to do it.
So, hey, why don't you get some teams together, have some incentives, and then begin to, work together to help further the cause for those with hearing loss.
Love it. More information on that QR code right there, guys, to hear more about Run for Sound and support Hearing Indiana. Lisa, thank you so much.
Thank you, Randall.
She does a good job.
Thank you, Patty.
Oh, amazing.
What did you say?
Thank you, Patty.